You're wrong to think that the joy of life comes principally from human relationships. Compare what the two texts say about the importance of relationships. So again, we want to talk about the importance of relationships. But we need to be aware of this quote. The joy of life comes principally from human relationships. What we need to remember is the quote that follows this, which is something about God places it in all of everything around us. Yeah. So there's a religious aspect to this topic. Again, sorry, I think that's placed it all the way down the bottom of the page. We'll have to work with that. Importance of relationships. As a guide. Yeah. As sanity. All right. As self-realization, and then there's the religious aspect. All right. We have the idea that if you leave, Davidson leaves one society. This consumerist society. She needs a guide into the second society, which is in the form of Eddie. And you compare this to McCandless's guide. Everything you need to know about the wilderness is given by Kevin. I think there's a comparison to be made between Eddie and Kevin, right? Kevin is, the moment we see Kevin, he's getting slapped by a woman, so we assume that he's somehow, sexist. Yeah. So that's McCandless's guide, into the wild, or even Wayne, who's not that much better, is he? All right. Perhaps the guide for McCandless is also, dead philosophers. Yeah. Whereas Davidson seeks people to help her, McCandless is left kind of all to himself, with people who aren't really the best role models, or are aren't really there to be challenged, right? This idea of sanity. That you can maintain your sanity through relationships, isolation we talked about, right? And the effects of isolation, especially when you don't have some kind of guide. The effects of of rejection and pain. Yeah. Self-realization, to a degree, is redefining of roles. That's a form of self-realization or transformational change. And doing that in the context of other people is really helpful, right? So building that relationship with Eddie really helped Davidson redefine herself as someone who was, more in tune with the environment. Someone who rejected the truest nature, right? So I think that's important. Yeah. Self-realization. Yeah. Do you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. There's more to be said, but I'm going to leave you to say it. There's the God aspect as well. We need to think about, what, this relationship with God, and how important is that, and forgiveness. All right. Okay, I'll leave you to it. If you want to talk more about it, you can talk about it in class. If there's any other questions, email me or bring it up in class. Okay, thanks.